3, 2, 1. Welcome to The Peaceful Truth, the podcast where we talk about everything from women empowerment, feminism, and everything in between. You were joined by your co-hosts, Kenzie and Meghan and
Megan Hoharts.
Yay! How's it going?
Good.
Good.
Not much has changed.
Yes! If you watched last week's and you're watching this week's, we're recording all in a row. So it's been 5 minutes for us. So if you tuned in last week, we talked about an article which dealt with, you want to kind of summarize it real quick?
Yes, it was about a current event that's happening with a reality TV star / Orange County's most eligible bachelor. His name is Grant Robichaux, and his girlfriend, Sarissa Riley, who has allegedly raped and sexually assaulted a number of women who have recently come forward. And through this, they have determined that they would, what is that called?
Lure people through dating apps? Or what do you mean? Like drug them?
Drug them. Thank you.
Yeah.
They would drug them through drinks or give them pills to essentially make them unable to walk and lose consciousness. They would lure them back to their homes where they would sexually assault and rape the victims.
And he met them on dating apps sometimes.
Yep, they would meet them on dating apps. They would use date rape drugs at bars by putting it in drinks. And so this...
Allegedly.
Right now, allegedly, yes. But there's
Evidence.
thousands of videos and photos on Grant's phone with the victims. So we thought that it could be a good idea for us to kind of go over maybe some safety tips whenever you're out and about at the bars, as well as safety tips with online dating.
Yeah. Do you want me to start off with what I found, or do you want to start off?
I'll start off and then you wrap it up.
Perfect.
So my article is from Medical News Today, and it's called What You Should Know About Date Rape Drugs by Zon Villanez. So she says that any drug that alters a person's consciousness in a way that makes self-defense or sound decision-making difficult can be a date rape drug. So she then goes on to list a number of these drugs, and she actually includes alcohol as one of them.
Oh.
Isn't that interesting?
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. It's not one that we typically think of by any means. But she also says that a person who has recently accepted a drink from another person, even a friend, or who has left their drink unattended should be cautious. Some signs to watch for include feeling drunk despite not having drunk any alcohol or very little, feeling confused or disoriented, losing consciousness, not remembering how you got somewhere, being unable to remember anything after drinking, waking up feeling confused, hungover, or unable to recall the night, and torn clothes can all be signs.
Wow.
So she also lists some things what to do if you suspect that you have been drugged. So first thing,
Which might be hard to do because you're under a substance, but
yes,
important to keep in mind while sober and thinking
the
about
next
if
day.
you are. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So the first thing is you should immediately tell a trusted friend that you suspect you may have been drugged. The friend should call emergency 911 and get them in a safe place if the feeling is current. Next, seek emergency medical care. Date rape drugs leave the body within a few hours, leaving no trace. Just a couple of hours. So after going to the emergency room or calling 911, a person should tell the doctor, nurse, or dispatcher that they may have been drugged and request immediate testing since the time is so short between getting drugged and then the drug leaving the system. So that's for a person who suspects it and they're in that current state where they're like, oh crap, I've had 2 sips and I'm feeling super
Important to
drunk.
know. Yeah, for sure.
So then here are tips for a person who wakes up to signs that they have been drugged. Also, seek emergency care immediately. A hospital can use a rape kit to test for signs of sexual assault. If the police catch the perpetrator, this kit can then be used to prove their guilt. To preserve evidence, a potential victim should avoid showering or bathing until after the exam is complete. And a person who thinks they may have been the victim of sexual assault may want to consider contacting their local rape crisis center. The center may be able to send a victim advocate to the hospital or offer phone counseling.
Good to know.
So here are some simple strategies that can protect against date rape drugs. Avoid drinking large quantities of alcohol around strangers. Adopt the buddy system, always going out with a friend and look after one another. Never leave a drink unattended. Never accept a drink from a stranger. And never leave somewhere with a stranger, particularly after drinking.
Always good tips.
Yes.
Awesome. And I have like one story, and I didn't really know what to do, and those tips would have been helpful. But one time, and you know what? Other people should have stepped up now that I'm thinking about it, and like more responsible people should have helped me. But I wasn't drugged, but I went to Las Vegas, and I had just turned 21 with some girlfriends, you know, pretty innocent still when, or at least I was. And I went, and I went to Las Vegas, and I'm always cautious, and I'm never the type that goes out to seek a man to like buy me a drink. You know, if it happens and I like see it and I hold it, I'm okay with it. But like
if you see it being made by the bartender,
yeah, I usually go straight to the bar and I just buy my own drink. Like I don't even let people buy my drink, you know. And I was in Las Vegas, and my friend was trying to flirt with dudes to get, or not my friend, it was like a friend of a friend trying to flirt with dudes to Las Vegas, and all of our other friends walked away besides me to this girl, and we were completely sober. We hadn't started drinking yet, and she took like 2 sips and almost immediately fell to the ground.
Oh my God.
And the security kicked us both out without like asking me questions of if she's okay. Like he just was like, leave, she's too drunk. And I'm like, but she only had 1 drink, I don't know. And he should have like known that I was like trying to tell him the truth. He was like, no, just leave. And he just like made me, and I had to physically like pick her up under my arm and like drag her body out basically. And she definitely was drugged. And I don't even have a doubt in my mind, and I'm pretty skeptical about stuff. And then I like, somehow I wasn't sure where I was. Like my friends had all ditched me, so I went back to the hotel by myself.
With the girl? Yeah.
And like the hotel, like they should have asked me more questions again, but they like got a wheelchair, because I guess some people are that drunk, to like get it, and took us the back way up to our hotel room and like let us into our hotel room. And they should have called 911, because I was like I didn't know how to handle it. And she like was passing out, and like I flipped her on her side, and she was vomiting blood. And I put her in the shower and I took off all of her clothes, and I put her in the shower just to like, and she wasn't raped, but because I was standing next to her the whole time.
So
I just put her in the shower for her to stay conscious, because I didn't know what would happen if she actually fell asleep on the drugs. So I just like put her in the shower.
So in the moment were you like, I think she's been drugged? Like
no, I knew it.
You knew it. You're like, she's been drugged.
But I didn't know what to do. In hindsight, I was like terrified, and I was by myself, and I still felt so innocent.
And like, you were young.
And I was like, what am I supposed to, like, I didn't know what to do. And I was like crying. And
so did she have one of the guys buy her a drink and then hand it to her?
Yeah.
Instead of like watching the bartender?
Yeah. And like all of my friends like want to answer their phones, and the mom that was in the group want to answer her phone. A mom even came with us. Didn't know where, like, didn't care that we were gone. Like, he didn't recognize we were gone. Not care, but she didn't, like, realize. And I was pissed. Like, the next day, I was like, I'm leaving. And they all had to, like, convince me to, like, stay. I was like, no one stayed with me. No one recognized that we had left. No one answered their phones that we were in trouble. Like, I didn't know if I was going to, like, this girl was going to die in my hands. Like, she was vomiting blood and, like, wasn't staying awake.
Oh my goodness.
It was awful. So like these things are real. Like I thought of some tips just like after experiencing that, and after being out there and I'm online dating. So I have some tips if you're just dating. This isn't necessarily like, some of it's going out, some of it's dating, but these are just tips I brainstorm and how I do to like keep myself safe. So one, I first send the first and last name dash a pic and the phone number to one other person that I know.
Oh, nice.
Either my sister or my roommate, so they know who I'm going out with. Then I let them know how I met them, and then I say where we're going.
That's smart.
And I text them updates. They also have me on like the Find Friends tracker.
Mm-hmm.
Like I share it with my girlfriends and my friends so they know where I'm at. And then I'm also wary of my food and my drink. So like I watch it the whole time and I try not to go to the bathroom, which kind of sucks sometimes when you're on a date. And I'm like just sitting there like I have to pee. But I still do that. I never go home with someone on the first time meeting them in person. You need to get to know them and their demeanor a little bit. I mean, I don't think it's anyone's fault if they go to their house and this happens to happen to them. But I just, in the future, kind of get to know them first, you know. Another thing is always have pepper spray on you. I need to get more.
Oh my gosh, I just got pepper spray for my keychain.
Oh, it was good.
Yeah, because I was walking to yoga that starts at 6:15, and during the summer it's bright outside. So
now it's getting dark.
Now it's like pitch black outside, and so I got pepper spray because I was walking, and there was this man who was just like, he just kept on saying something about my ass over and over, and I was like, it's time to get pepper spray. So I ordered pepper spray on Amazon. It's on my keychain. Have it in your hand. Yes, I have it in my hand, and Desmond is always like, that's gonna go off in my apartment. I can just feel it, and I'm like, and then the other day I looked at it, and because it's a safety. It obviously needs to have a safety so things don't happen, but it needs to be easy because if you need to use it, you need to use it ASAP. So the safety is just like moving a handle one way and then pushing down on the button. And the handle was moved to unsafe.
I have it on unsafe when I'm holding it.
You do?
Yeah. And I have my hand on the trigger.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's hard to press it down.
Okay.
But if Hannah got into it, that would be bad.
So I feel so much safer having pepper spray. So I think that I'm 29 years old. I should have gotten it 10 years ago.
I need to get more. It's not that I've used it and I'm out. I just like
it expires.
Lost mine and it expires. So keep your look on the expiration date. Another tip, and I don't know how effective this is, but I've heard put your napkin over your drink.
While you're drinking?
No, but like if it's sitting in front of you.
Oh, because they have to be sly, so then they would have to move a napkin in order.
And it'd be obvious, yeah. Another thing is follow your intuition. Like follow your gut. Mm-hmm. It's right. Women's intuition is strong. Like follow it.
Yep.
Another thing is don't accept a ride on the first date. Uber and Lyft.
For sure.
Never accept a ride on the first date. Research them. I mean, we joke about being in the FBI. We joke about creeping on people, but it's actually good sense. And you have a tool right in front of you and do your due diligence. It's not creeping. It's being safe. You know, I like know their job, where they're from before I go out with them. Yeah. If you listen, I creep on you. And if you're listening, great. You're creeping on me. Like, you know what I mean?
Yep.
It's true. And then and that's about it. Those are like my main tips.
So I found this article that I thought was interesting. It's called The Dangers of Online Dating.
Ooh.
7 Statistics and 5 Ways to Protect Yourself by Brittany Mayer. It's from datingadvice.com.
That's good. Let's hear it.
So this one is really creepy. About 10% of sex offenders use dating websites.
Terrifying.
On free dating sites, 1 in 10 users are scammers. So this doesn't necessarily go towards, rape and sexual assault, but goes more towards financial scams.
And I've also seen girls the opposite way. For dudes that are listening, the opposite way has happened.
Oh, for sure.
Like where girls' profiles, like I've had a few friends where their profile info was stolen.
Oh.
And someone else saw them and they were like, is this you? And they were like, no.
No. Creepy. So 1 in 10 users are scammers. For whenever you look on dating websites, do you feel like it's kind of obvious when it's a scam, or do you even notice?
I think when they like look like a legitimate male model that's out of a magazine and that's their only pictures, I never swipe on that because I'm like, that's a little cocky if it is real. 2, it's like too intense. I don't know. It's just something fishy about it.
Over 53% of Americans exaggerate part of their profile.
I believe that.
So an infographic created by eHarmony shows that more than half of Americans fabricate parts or all of their dating profiles. This includes age, height, weight, and income. Why would you put income on a dating website?
On like the more serious ones like eHarmony, you can.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but not on like Bumble and stuff.
Half of online daters are already in a relationship, with 11% being married.
Yeah, that's true. So a lot of like the dating apps will be like, me and my girlfriend are looking for a third person.
Which I guess if that's what you're down for, that's what you're down for.
At least they're disclosing it.
Yeah. Sex on the first offline date. 4 out of 5 women don't use protection. Use condoms, guys.
Don't be silly. Wrap the willy.
I remember the first time you told me that one.
It's a good one.
I could not stop laughing.
It's a good one.
It's literally the best. Here are ways to protect yourself when you're online dating. Use a trusted site. There are almost 8,000 dating sites in this world.
Gross.
8,000. So use a legit one.
Yeah.
They actually don't have, then they list legit ones, and they're all like old people websites like Match and eHarmony.
Yeah, I tried Match, I think, once, and it's too much out of my age range.
Well, why this article like needs to step it up. Like, would you
Bumble,
consider
Tinder.
Bumble and Tinder legit?
Yeah. Yeah, they've been verified.
True.
But I mean, I think you just need to be aware of the social implications of them. Like Tinder is known as more of a hookup site, and now they've reframed their branding to be that way.
Oh, they have?
Yeah, and now Bumble, now you can set your preferences of what you're looking for on Bumble, so you can be honest whether it's casual or you want a relationship.
So do you have that you want a relationship?
Mm-hmm.
And then do you only go swipe on people who want a relationship?
No, because some people like haven't been up on that update, but
yeah. Another tip is read reviews by experts and users. Research your matches, like Kenzie said. Never give out your personal information. So if an online match ever asks for money, a credit card, social security number, that's a huge red flag. Do not give them your last name. Block and report suspicious members.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, just be cautious and be smart about things. Know what to look for. And online dating doesn't need to be dangerous if you take these precautions.
And I'm not going to, you can, if you want to message me personally on Insta, I'm not going to like sell out this page in case it gets taken down for that reason. But there's certain like secret groups on Facebook where women will post about creepy men that they've gone out with.
Oh, so then you can be like search real quick and look for the name of the person you're about to go on a date with.
Yeah. And women will post about them.
That is smart.
Yeah. So there's websites.
Be smart,
ask
ladies.
me if you're in Seattle if you want it, and I'll add you. But yeah. So what are you looking forward to this week?
I am looking forward to, let's see, my sister-in-law is coming down this weekend.
Perfect. What am I looking forward to? I'm still looking forward to Europe.
Well, yeah.
It's just gonna be my main thing. Sorry, guys. That's
For
what
sure.
I'm looking forward to. And then I'm also looking forward to future Hannah snuggles. Right now, she's snuggling on me.
I'm
cute.
so proud of Hannah. She's really brave right now. She usually does not like strangers.
Well, I've met her.
I know, but it takes a long time.
She knows. She's just wary, and rightfully so,
Yes.
right? Hannah, you never know who's a creep out there.
Yes, she takes our tips to heart.
To heart.
Because she's like, literally stay 30 feet away from me at all times. And if you come 1 foot forward, I will bite your head off.
And I've met her about 30 times, and she barked at me for several minutes until now she's sleeping on me.
What a babe. Now you're trustworthy.
Okay, good. Okay, guys, thanks for listening.
Bye.
Bye.